Papik Motors is this week's featured sponsor, and they are celebrating Buick Month. For the month of July, they are taking $3,000 off the MSRP on any new Buick. With over 35 new Buicks in stock, the perfect model is waiting for you. Shop over 300 new and used vehicles anytime on papik.com. All right, well, welcome to the Chamber Chatter this week. I have Terrie here as my guest. We're going to talk about the Jeep Willy that's here in Laverne. Jeep Willy will be at the fair July 23rd to the 26th in the commercial building during commercial booth hours. So stop in and you can watch the documentary that was made for the Jeep. You can see the Historical Society. They'll have a World War II display. And the Chamber is going to have World War II trivia down there as well. So stop in. The American Legions will be there handing out and selling flags. So make sure to stop in. And so now, Terrie, how did the Jeep get here?
Well, it came from France on a boat, but it was a long story, a very interesting story, and one that we're privileged to be a part of. Jim Brandenburg, all of you know about Jim Brandenburg, grew up here in Laverne and is world-renowned for his photography work. He had a mission to find a Jeep and to tell that story, and particularly wanted to find one that was a D-Day Jeep. And he did through some sources in Normandy, France. That Jeep was sitting in a garage, probably for at least, as far as we can tell, probably 60 to 70 years. We don't know exactly when it was parked there, but after the war, it was used by a private individual for a few years and then parked, and it was covered and really quite good shape. The only part that I know that was that needed to be replaced was the hood, but we still have the original hood here in Laverne that has the original markings and painting, and which did shed light on its authenticity. That the Jeep, the date on it, it was an Army Jeep because it still had the star shades of the paint. So we were able to tie it back. We believe that it was a Normandy D-Day Omaha Beach survivor. Jim Brandenburg purchased it. He hired a restorer who is probably the most renowned restorer in France. Had a museum in Paris and then eventually moved to Normandy, where he has restored lots of Jeeps over the years. But when he was done, and we had plans to have a celebration last September, as you all know, which we did have, it was put on a ship, a container, and shipped to New York. From New York, it was put on a trailer and driven down the interstate to Laverne, where we received it and have shown it many times, did a little bit of mechanical work on it, but we've had it in parades now. But it's a 1942 GPW built by Ford. Some of them were built by Willys, some were a Bantam early on, but they could not keep up with the production during World War II. So they got Ford involved, and Ford actually built Jeeps in probably a half a dozen of their plants here in the United States during the war. So this is a 1942 model, but it actually wasn't put into production until 1944. So that is another indication that it was put into production for D-Day. And there is a stamping right on the front of the hood. And if you see this Jeep down at the fair this year when it's displayed, there is a date of 44. It's Prestone. That's an antifreeze that goes into the radiator, Prestone 44, and that they stamp that on the Jeeps when they take the Jeep into production out of a crate, get it ready for use. They put that Prestone 44, the antifreeze went into the radiator on that year, so we're pretty sure that it was the summer of 1944 getting ready for the war. So it's a fun project. We are glad to have it. We thank the Brandenburg family for purchasing it and donating it to Rock County. It's a wonderful asset for us to have, and tying it to our military museum. And just so happy that we can show it at the fair this year, and I hope everybody can come out and take a look at it and bring the kids down and put them in the seat and take pictures. It's a great way for the kids to connect to this stuff as well.
Yeah, that'll be really fun to see. So
Yeah.
we can, maybe if you have more questions, you can come down there. Someone will be down there maybe to answer one. Or, yeah, it'll be really cool to see something from history in real life. So thank you for being here and letting us
You're
know.
welcome. Absolutely.
Well, that is all I have for the Chamber Chatter today. Thank you.